Hey there, my friends. It's James, and I just got off a very important leadership call, a leadership Zoom meeting that announced some huge announcements and changes. And this video is only going to be up for 1 week between now, May 9th, and what is 1 week from now, Thursday, May 17th. So it's really important that you watch this immediately because there's some huge announcements on here that are time sensitive, and I want you to get the direct message direct from this call. So take a look at the call and then look in the description below. This is a private video. If you have people interested in this, you can share this link, but please keep it within your circle. This was a private Zoom meeting, so I don't want it to go out to everyone, so that's why it's a private link. So read the description below and follow the instructions there. And if you have any questions, send me a message and we'll chat more. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, guys. Hey, welcome tonight to the Epic MD first real business planning meeting that we're going to talk about today. And if you're on this call, it's because you were invited because we consider you really the initial core group. You know, obviously, some of you were invited by a friend. Some of you flew into Miami with us. And you know, this is the initial team that really bought into the vision. And what I want to start to establish now is really ongoing communication, just to kind of bring you guys up to speed, you know, as we move towards our launch. And I think that's very important because, as you know, things are going to be changing on the fly. You know, every single day that goes by, you know, there's new developments that are coming down from the company. And we just spent 2 days really in a mastermind group setting just to really put forth the initial training that we're going to be rolling out in the next 3 days. So I just want to give you guys the heads up. And I will preface this by saying all of you, or some of you now, have a group. And, you know, in network marketing, the way it works is this, right? You have the person on top of the leg. And if that person is a plugged in person, they're usually the ones taking the information and pushing it down into their organization, right? That's called someone that's leading their organization. And during this time frame, we're looking to develop this type of leadership, because what you see on the screen right now, guys, you got to have a vision. And the vision you have to see is 25,000 people, right, that will be joining this company over the next 12 to 15 months. And those 25,000 people, and I think that could be a conservative number, is going to be underneath the leadership here. And so in our business, there's layers of leadership, okay? And so this initial group, I'm going to push down this information to, and let me get into some of the stuff that we're looking at here. Hang on 1 second. Okay. Somebody, slideshow. Give me a thumbs up, Sonia, if you could see that. I can see. Okay, good, perfect. All right. All right, so we spent 2 full days, and we're going back again in another week, really to put together all the systems that you all heard about. A lot of you got involved because, you know, it says, hey, this sounds great. I really believe in the leadership that's running this, and I'm doing this on blind faith. I get that. But I want to take some of the blinders off so you guys understand, you know, what you really bought into. Because we know the questions from the field, believe me, okay? But I'm going to urge you to hang tight, okay? Hang tight, because this is going to be always a moving ball up between now and October. So having said that, what I'm about to roll out to you, there could be some tweaks. I just didn't want you guys waiting any longer, okay, as we roll out some of these exciting changes, okay? But everything we're doing is being vetted very thoroughly, right, by compliance and by the attorneys that Epic MD has. Okay, so some of these little tweaks is because of some of the things that we wanted to correct, right, before we had a lot of momentum in the company. Okay, one of the questions I get is, okay, if I'm signing up for $749, what am I really buying? Okay. And what you all have to understand, and we've met with many different attorneys, what we are about to embark on is brand new in the industry. It's brand new in the industry when you're talking about a deployment license. Okay, so let me get into some of the changes. Now, remember, what you're about to see, okay, could be tweaked, okay, but we think we're 99% there to what we want to roll out. And the reason why is we want to make it very simple, and we also want to have a huge value to this deployment license that people have to have, right? It's a software, and this software is ever changing. It's going to be updated. There's a cost to that, okay? So right now, okay, this pricing that I'm going to share with you is going to start, okay, fingers crossed, Friday, May 18th, okay? Now, Epic MD is the parent company, okay? We are virtual care partners. That's our division. Okay, virtual care partners are a group of independent distributors that are going to be bringing Epic MD products into the marketplace. So our name is Virtual Care Partners. Okay, now the verbiage we all have to use when someone says, okay, when I sign up, what am I getting? You're getting a master deployment license. A master deployment license, okay? And we are gonna look for, and when someone signs up, they're becoming a virtual care consultant pro. Let me emphasize, I could become a virtual care consultant for free. There's no cost to become a virtual care consultant. We made that decision. But if you want to be able to go out there and have access to this license, okay? I want to share with you now. Hang on. Okay. Okay, here's going to be the new cost. Okay? $399 a month to be able to have a master deployment license and be able to go out there and build your organization. The product, people say, what's your product? The product, we have 3 products. We have our master deployment license. That is a product that has been vetted. We have our $49 membership. And you're going to see here in the next slide, I'm getting ahead of myself. We are also going to give you the ability to sell a $29 membership. Okay, that's going to be for a single. $49 is for a family. Okay, now, when you sign up for $399, okay, and $99 a month, you get the master deployment license, okay? That must be paid $99 a month to keep your license. And you get the free family membership included, okay? So that $49, okay, is included in the $99, okay? Now, watch this. Okay, this is a change I'm telling you is going to get everybody excited. When you become a virtual care consultant pro, your immediate income is going to start at 25%. So if I bring in Sonia, okay, and I just got started and I sponsor my first person, I make 25% immediate income. Okay, what is that? I think that's $100, right? That's $100 I make on a $399 deal. If you sponsor your first 2 in 1 week, get your first 2 in 1 week, you immediately go to a 50% immediate income forever. 50% goes into your pocket. So 200 of the $399 goes into your pocket in immediate income. I challenge anybody to find that immediate income in the industry, okay? People say, well, I didn't do it in 2 days, in 1 week. Okay, then you got to get 5 frontline people at any time to lock in your 50%. Okay, can I get some heads nodding that you understand this? Okay, and if not, use your chat and I'll open this up for some questions later. Okay, but this is going to be the new pricing starting Friday, May 18th. Now, I already know the question. What about me? What about the people that started for $749? Okay, when you do the math, you're going to understand the power of this. Okay, now, where does that come up? Where is that? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, now, the physician and VCC program. Want to be clear. This right here is a virtual care consultant pro. This is the person that just wants to build, they want to build a business. They want to build a team of people that are doing the same thing, right? Because you cannot deploy a doctor unless you have the master deployment license. Cannot do it, okay? Now, what if somebody says, right, what about your program? Okay, because in multi-level marketing, it is encouraged to have a program that people can get in for free. It's not mandatory, it's encouraged. So we're going to tread lightly on this. As you all know, if a physician wants to put our program in his practice, it's free. Because what's the value of the physician, everybody? They're going to open up their patient base to you, right? So that's free. Now, what if somebody says, you know what? I just want to go out there, Jeff. I want to become a VCC, not a VCC pro. I just want to sign up. Great. And that person can always go out there and sign up people on the membership, the $49 membership or the $29 membership. And the only thing they will be able to make is the 20% immediate income, because that's their first level, okay, on people just signing up with the membership. Clear? Okay, I'm looking at Sonia, because if Sonia gets it, I'm assuming you all get it, okay? So what is that? Oh, people are getting crazy now. Hang on. Let me erase you guys. Dun, dun, dun. Clear all. Okay, and let me go over here and disable you. All right, there you go. All right, so physician free, someone wants to sign up, they just want to sign up members, that's free. A virtual care consultant membership only, price $99 per month, free family membership included. We already talked about that. That's when you become a pro, right? To be able to deploy the software. And then the 20% commission on all the people that you want to sign up. These are the people that just sign up for free, okay? Hopefully that's clear. I'll come back to it if it's not. Okay, now what about all of you? What about people you have in your hopper? Through Friday, here's what we're doing for all the 749s, okay? Master deployment license, right? The $99 per license fee is included in your first year. Okay, you're going to do $749 and $49 a month. That's what you were told. Okay, that will be grandfathered. But for the people that did the $749, instead of $99 starting right away, like it will for the new people coming in, because the new people don't know any different, you get the first year for free. And we are honoring the $49 a month for your deployment license. Okay? So that's, if you do your math, because I know a lot of you get your calculators out, that's a $739 savings. Okay? If you did the 749, and we're going to allow everybody to count this down, because I think it's a much better, obviously, value, okay, through Thursday of next week. So if you have people in the funnel, remember, new people know no different. That's going to be the price, $399 and $99. All right, now, if you haven't sponsored your first two, okay, you need to do so to lock in your 50%. Because right now, when you signed up, you were only getting 20% in immediate income. Obviously, we've increased that 2.5 times, but you got to get your first two to lock in your 50% this week. If not, then you got to sign up 5 people to lock in your 50%. Either way, you're still going to get a raise of 5% because we're taking the immediate income at the entry level to 25%. So no way possible are you losing. You're gaining if you did the 749. Okay? So I think everybody should be happy with that. Okay? And that's what we decided to do. So once again, if you did a 749, your first year is free. You have no dues. Next year, the same time you signed up, $49 a month to have your deployment license. Okay? So every year thereafter, guys, just so you know, when everybody else is paying $99, you're saving $600 per year. So there was a benefit to signing up first, and you could still count this down through Thursday of next week. Okay? Now, let me go one more thing here, chat. Let me just see something here. Then you are at 50% new plan. I am a family doctor, so I don't need memberships. I got my first. So perfect. Good. Yes, you got it, Tisa. All right. Now, this is the change that we made. We think it's going to be phenomenal. I believe our numbers will start to just, it's going to be crazy with the 50%, I believe, in immediate income. I mean, any other company, for me to make $200, I was selling a $2,000 membership or a $2,000 package of some type of product. Here on $399, you're being paid $200 in immediate income. Okay, so that should be very exciting for people to build. Now what we want to do is we want to roll out some of the training. Okay, and the first training is going to be tomorrow, Thursday, May 10th at 7 p.m. Pacific with Lindsay Haddock. She's the Vice President of Technology, right? And she is going to be doing a full training on where to log in, how to see a doctor, how to update your health records, viewing past consultations, and setting a preferred pharmacy. Okay? Virtual telehealth walkthrough that Lindsay Haddock will be doing tomorrow at 7 o'clock. So remember, we have the 6 o'clock, overview. And by the way, the overview is now being changed right now to successzone.us. Success Zone, the same link you're on here. Successzone.us will be the meeting tomorrow at 6 o'clock for the opportunity presentation. We will only take 35 minutes on these calls now. And then Lindsay will do a specials training at 7 o'clock for all of our virtual care consultants. Okay? So that's tomorrow. Then this is going to be awesome, guys. On Monday, May 14th at 10 a.m., don't worry, it'll be recorded. The Gold Standard Certification Training, hosted by Jack Harabese, who's the president of Epic MD. Right? We're going to cover application, review and agreement, implementation kickoff, training and support. What was Lisa? If you're going to be what? I can't hear you. I love how my wife tells me what to do. Okay. Now, here's the other big thing. And I'm just going to let the little bit of the cat out of the bag. We have 1,000 leads, guys. We have 1,000 doctors that have requested that they want this. The lead implementation program is going to start to roll out in the next week. Okay. They're also asked us, okay, for the top 10 states in which they're going to start to market in. Okay, you guys, they did one thing in Florida. They got 1,000 doctors saying, I want this. So we're going to be giving them the 10 top states that we want them to start marketing in. And those will also be leads that we will be feeding down right now. What does it mean to be fed down? Obviously, right, you want to feed the people that are doing the right things. And we will roll that out in the next, by next Wednesday, we'll have that complete program. But the leads are going to start to be released, and here's why. Jack is going to show you on Monday that you can now start securing the doctors. You could start simply getting the doctor to say yes, and that's in your genealogy. No money, no implementation. He just said yes, but that's yours. Once he signs the application, which is basically, yes, I want this in my practice, right? That's going to be linked to you in the genealogy. Because a lot of people are saying, I can't get doctors. We're going to let you get doctors. Because the whole idea is come October 1st, when we go live, you all have 100, 200, 500 doctors in your organization, I can't talk, organization ready to turn this on. Think about that. So what's the focus? The focus is, and it's never changed now, get as many virtual care consultant pros on your team. That's step one. And then as these leads start to come in, as you reach into your contact base, we could start securing the doctors. Man, I'm telling you, we're going to have a very happy holiday season if we do the right things between now, right, and the end of September. And this is what I love about exactly how we're rolling this out. Okay, now, more updates. Lisa, maybe you could tell me what automated welcome letter means. Can you just get on and just talk? I'll unmute you. Hang on one second. Let me find my wife. Unmute.
Thank you.
I never thought I would unmute my wife. That's a very rare thing for me.
I don't want the video on. Oh my God, we just got off a plane. No, the automated welcome letter just means that they're going to be, obviously, we've been waiting. There's a lag time. It's an hour. If you sign up over the weekend, you've got to wait till Monday to get your welcome letter. You know, obviously you guys were putting together all our systems. So they will have the automated welcome letter, which will be automatic within the next week or so. So they're just putting the final touches on that. The other thing they're going to have in place is they're going to have a sponsor email go out to the sponsor. So when you're signing people up, you don't have to guess if they got in. You don't even have to look at your dashboard. You'll get an email that will notify you that you have a new VCC in the hopper that just got started, that just signed up. So that's cool. The new back office software is coming soon. That was probably the biggest chunk of time that we took going through the software, everything that you're going to see, you guys, the bells and whistles, the lead generation, amazing capture pages. So new back office software is coming soon. So what we have right now is enough to start building with. But when we roll out this new software, you know, their projected date, and again, you know how these software companies work. They say 2 months, you got to give them 3. So we don't want to make any promises, but they are right now being contracted. If you go to epic.md/resources, they're going to be auditing and updating the entire library for you. So it will be current with everything you need. They're updating the fact sheets, the videos, the anything that's in that library are just tools for you to use.
So you guys, you're going to love this. A frequently asked question fact sheet that answers so much. They put that together for us. So you're going to have that for doctors and for virtual care consultants.
Yeah. Yep, that's going to be really cool. Just a lot of things you guys have been working on. A pro forma for doctors when you go into physician offices. stay tuned. There's going to be some updating on the music, on the teaser video. That's going to be changed out. The updated opportunity presentation within this week is going to be changed. So there's just a lot of stuff right now that everything starting with the trainings that are popping out. You're going to notice all this new stuff coming down the pike. But with the new changes in the compensation plan, as Jeff said, this is really your heads up. I mean, for me, I look at that. I just get my calculator out if I'm a salesperson and I say, all right, there's a little window here. Who haven't I called? Because, you know, obviously there's a price to this licensing, this software, and that is what it is, because this is ongoing. Obviously, it's an ongoing cost that needs to be paid. So with that, I'll turn it back over to you, Jeff.
Okay. All right. So let me mute you. That would be really fun for me to do. Okay, good. All right. So one more thing now. I just want to address this, guys, because this is going to get crazy very quickly. I'm just going to use, let me unmute Sonia for a second. Just want to show you how this works. Okay, Sonia. Okay, so Sonia, right?
Yeah.
All right. Here's Sonia. Sonia, who did you personally sponsor so far?
Let's see here. We'll say Brenda.
Okay, so you sponsored Brenda. Has Brenda sponsored anybody yet?
Brenda has not.
Okay, give me somebody that sponsored somebody. There's
Christy.
Brenda.
Christy.
Okay, so watch this, guys. Here's Sonia, who sponsored Brenda, and Sonia also sponsored Christy. I'll just put Chris. KR. And Christy sponsored?
Christy has 3. She has...
Just give me one.
Okay.
One of her front line.
Chris.
So Christy sponsored Chris.
Yes.
All right, so watch. Let me just show with you how it works. Now, obviously, Sonia is frontline to the company, so who would be above her? Right? Jeff and Lisa. Right? Because we're the company. Okay, now, what's going to happen for all of you guys? If you're going to build this, you're going to have many legs of business, and you're going to have people that build deep. Right? You might have somebody on your 10th level. And I'm sharing with you with this because I want you to understand etiquette of our industry. Etiquette, okay? And etiquette means, okay, that Sonia, because she's a leader, is going to manage her organization, okay? Just a little training here that's going to solve a lot of problems. Sonia, okay, if Chris has a problem, Chris goes to Christy, right? And Christy says, you know what? Can I handle this problem? Maybe not. Then I go to Sonia. And Sonia says, you know what? This is over my head. I'm going to go to Jeff and Lisa. Chris does not call Jeff and Lisa direct. Chris does not call Lou Gallardo direct. She must go through the chain of command, not command, wrong word, Jeff, wrong word. It's the chain of etiquette. Okay, and this way, if it gets to me and that's something I can't handle, then guess who I go to? I go to Lou. Okay, I go to Lou Gallardo. And so what I just want to make sure everybody's doing is a lot of people now, and I'll just tell you, we did it in the beginning because you guys were all excited and you had access to a lot of the people. I want everybody, first of all, I want you to be able to manage your organization, and they need to go through you first. And if not, then it goes upline until we get the question answered, or even for 3-way calls. Okay, Chris has somebody, she goes to Christy. Christy does that 3-way call for Chris. If not, Sonia's available for that. So this is the etiquette I want to make sure everybody adheres to, because it's going to solve a lot of problems of everybody calling everybody, because we want to make sure we get all these questions answered, 3-way calls done, okay, in the right way. So just a little housekeeping. I hope this wasn't over some of your heads, okay? I just want to make sure that if you're going to be somebody, you're going to be managing a lot of people, guys, and we have to have layers of leadership. So I'm going to have, just to close this out, guys, and I know you might have some questions, but I know Lou Gallardo is on the phone, and I know Lou has listened to the whole thing, and if Lou wants to add anything, as you guys know, Lou is the person that called me. We worked together in the other company, and he was the owner. He's now the chief marketing officer of Virtual Care Partners. So, Lou, I've unmuted you, and whatever you think maybe I've missed, I'd love you to fill in that gap.
Okay, Jeff, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you're perfect.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was unfortunately got on a little bit late, so hopefully I'm not going to be too redundant. But as Lisa and Jeff I know mentioned, we are very focused right now on making sure that we're going to equip each and every one of you with the tools and with things that are necessary, not only go out and build your business here at Epic, but also to start to engage your physician prospects. I think that you're going to be pleasantly surprised at the upcoming trainings that we're going to be providing, walking you through, I think, the things that are number one, best practices in order to actually start the onboarding process to get these practices ready for the October deployment of the platform and their practices. And there's a lot of legwork that you're going to be able to do, really understanding about the culture of the current practices that you may have, understanding who are some of the early decision makers, the staffing within those practices. And so we're going to be equipping you with all that you need. And so I think we made tremendous headway. I think obviously there were a lot of, we've probably been on, 5 to 7 different three-way calls, conference calls, group calls every single day. And we've continued to get the same questions over and over again. And so we're going to make sure that these fact sheets, which are going to be built for each and every product and service and membership that we have, but also the frequently asked questions, I think are going to answer, I would say 90+% of the common questions that you might have. So I'm just very excited. I think that we made huge leaps and bounds this week. And I think you're going to start to be able to see the momentum over the coming days and weeks ahead. I think that the work that we've done on the infrastructure and some of the things from a corporate standpoint, the back office, the tools, the things are the systems that are going to be available to you are going to be just lights out. And again, better than anything that I had ever had, not only as a distributor, but also in my own company. You're going to be really impressed with it. So it's all going to come very fast. It will be a fire hose. I know that a lot of information may have been just a little bit slow, or maybe even in some cases, it could even be perceived as lacking, since I know that we had a flurry for the last 3 weeks. But I promise you, you're going to need a fire hose to, get this information down. It's going to be like drinking out of that fire hose. So it's going to be great. And so
let me just see, just to get some of these questions answered real quick. First of all, does it matter if you sign up a VCC or a VCC Pro? Do they both count? Yes, of course they do.
Yeah, they both count, of course.
Of course they count.
Obviously, though, if you bring a VCC in who actually purchases the license, there's going to be a much greater commission or fast start bonus with that.
Right.
And you're also, and I know Jeff has mentioned this on each and every webinar. I think that you're going to be surprised that actually engaging the practices, if you have those relationships, it's not really going to be a business model. I've been in healthcare a long time, and the idea of cold calling physicians doesn't exist. It's going to be a relationship built based practice. The way that physician practices are structured today, the lack of resources and the constraints that they have in their staffing, their office managers, the way that they're built, it's not an industry that you can call on effectively. Anyways, I think that you'll probably turn more practices off than you'll turn on by quote unquote cold calling. But it is not very difficult when you start to network through relationships into these practices. But you're going to find that that's not going to be the difficult part, is getting a practice engaged. I think that the area where you're going to really need to understand is understand how to actually get in that practice and work the practice within the practice culture to get the patient adoption. It's going to be exciting. You're going to have access to a lot of those patients. So the person who actually goes out and I think engages the most virtual care consultants that have networks and access to those physician practices is going to win. They're going to win because they're going to actually get access to those patient bases. So whether it's you or the network you can build. So that was my.
Okay, so Lou, real quick here. Let's just knock some of these off. What happens on to September 1st? Well, Lisa, here we want to under promise, over deliver. We believe it's going to be ready, but we want to say October 1st. And then her other question: are mental health professional groups included in Epic MD?
Yes. However, you have to understand that the platform and the ability to deploy a platform in almost any healthcare practice will be available, but the business and the income is earned on the patient basis that you're able to adopt into the Epic MD memberships.
I think Gus answered it, Lou. Is this the right way? Strictly MDs involved in deployment initially, then other physicians as we progress.
Yeah. Again, here's the low-hanging fruit: primary care.
You got it.
Independent primary care, independent family practice, independent urgent care. That's where I spend my time. You are going to be picking. You're going to be trying to pick up nickels and walking over $10 bills. That's where you're going to get the most movement. You're going to get the largest patient adoption. The biggest need is going to be in primary care, urgent care. That's where the virtual care, telehealth virtual care industry is going to be targeting mostly. That is the biggest void in the marketplace, is the local independent primary care or urgent care. That's where the most revenue for those practices are going to be generated, and it's where there's the biggest need. Greg and I we've been doing this for 8 years, and we create ancillary strategies. Primary care, family practice, and urgent care are where the big opportunities are, and the big the ability to diversify. Because as we add on other product lines, verticals such as biometric devices and so on and so forth, that's where the revenue is going to be. Again, that's where I focus, and I think Gus hit it on the head.
And I think you guys, and I think that's pretty much the same questions over and over again, but want to make something clear. They have to be 399s, two 399s to count for your two. It's not two free VCCs. Okay, it has to be somebody who wants to become a virtual care consultant pro. All right, and I know, guys, a lot of these questions do not miss Mondays with Jack. A lot of these questions you have on the physicians, the implementation, right? This is the certification, so you're not going to want to miss that. And you want to open that up to your entire organization, everybody will be notified. But I'm looking to you to push down this information to everybody.
The other thing I just want to mention too, I did not mention this, and I think they're a huge market, and I think Patricia has this question, is nurse practitioners. These are independent practices owned and operated by nurse practitioners. They're a huge target also. They're basically very similar to a primary care family practice.
Okay, and Lisa, will you answer Tisa on the phone about her question? Yeah, Lisa's going to call you. That Lisa's maid of honor, so she gets a little special treatment, guys. I'm just teasing. All right. So, pediatricians, got that. Lou, anybody else?
Pediatricians are also a great target, because in a lot of ways they're the primary care doctors for our children.
Okay. Anything else, guys? We could go on and on, but just want to get some initial stuff so you guys feel comfortable. This is where we're headed. Okay, and I think it's very, very exciting. Anybody excited about a 50% immediate income? Can I at least get a couple of yays on that from the chat? I challenge anybody to find that one. Yeah, thanks, Sonia. Hey, Patricia. What about a physician assistant?
Yes. Well, yeah, you mean a nurse practitioner? They have to own and operate their own practice.
Got
the
it.
platform.
All right. And then also, guys, Success Zone, the old Diamond Zone, I will be announcing that on Friday when that's going to start next week. But we will be starting Success Zone again next week. So stay tuned for that. So that is our updates. We are excited. Can't wait. Keep up the great work when the three-way calls, guys. And count down that 749. You guys understand the value of 1 free year and then being grandfathered into the $49 forever. I can't hear you, Lise. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to click on this one more time. So 749, free for a year, and you're grandfathered at $49 a month. That's a $739 savings. That's the deal. All right, guys. Appreciate you. See you tomorrow night with Lindsay and on the call. Bill for that call tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Remember, we changed it to successzone.us. So we have no more problems. Thank you, guys. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lou.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate everybody.